really be that one of the most emotional chapters in BTS's history just played out before our very eyes? That's the burning question echoing across millions of ARMY hearts worldwide. The moment that triggered this storm of emotions began when Kim Taehyung, known to the world as V, made an unexpected move during what was supposed to be a joyful and long-awaited BTS reunion. What was meant to symbolize unity, resilience, and healing after months of separation suddenly shifted into a scene filled with confusion and heartbreak. And at the center of it all was JUNGKOOK, who appeared visibly shaken, his emotions written all over his face. The reunion had been built up for months. Fans waited patiently, dreaming of laughter, warm embraces, and tears of joy as the 7 members finally stood together again after their military service and individual projects. For a while, that's exactly what it seemed to be, a celebration of love, nostalgia, and brotherhood. Cameras captured every detail, the smiles, the hugs, and the little moments of whispered words exchanged between the members who had changed the world together. But in one instant, the atmosphere changed dramatically. Taehyung suddenly stood up and walked out without offering any explanation. The suddenness of it stunned not only ARMY but also the members themselves. All eyes turned to JUNGKOOK, whose shocked reaction became the defining image of the night. His eyes widened, his lips pressed tightly as though he was struggling to keep words from spilling out. For fans who know the closeness between JUNGKOOK and Taehyung, that expression said everything. It wasn't just confusion, it was heartbreak. Within minutes, social media erupted. Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and every online forum were flooded with questions. Why did Taehyung leave? Was something wrong? What did JUNGKOOK know? Theories spread like wildfire, each more dramatic than the last. Some feared that this wasn't just a small misunderstanding but a sign of deeper issues within BTS. Others insisted it must have been something personal, a moment of overwhelm that Taehyung couldn't hide. But the biggest, most painful question of all kept echoing: is BTS truly okay? Industry insiders were quick to comment, many noting that Taehyung's departure was not part of the official program. Even the organizers of the reunion seemed caught off guard. Big Hit Music, now under HYB, stayed silent in the hours following the incident, releasing no statement. That silence only intensified speculation. Fans began analyzing every small detail: Taehyung's body language before he left, JUNGKOOK's attempts to hold himself together, and even older interviews where Taehyung confessed about the pressures of fame and his struggles balancing personal emotions with public expectations. Could this moment have been a breaking point? Clips from the event only added fuel to the fire. In one, JUNGKOOK is seen shifting his body as though he wanted to follow Taehyung out the door, but something made him stay. Another fan-recorded video showed what appeared to be a quiet exchange between them before Taehyung's exit. Though no words could be heard, many fans were convinced JUNGKOOK knew more than he could reveal. Later that night, JUNGKOOK posted a short but cryptic message on social media: "Some things are harder to say than to explain." That single sentence sent ARMY into a frenzy of interpretations. Was he protecting Taehyung's privacy? Or was he hinting at something deeper happening within the group? The image of JUNGKOOK standing frozen while Taehyung walked away quickly spread across international media. Western outlets described it as a crack in BTS's legendary bond, while Korean media cautiously stuck to the undeniable fact: Taehyung had left without explanation. This single moment revived old debates about the intense pressures BTS faces. The group has been open about their mental health battles, moments of burnout, and times when they questioned if they could continue. Could Taehyung's sudden exit be tied to those struggles? Or was it connected to something else entirely: personal issues, management disagreements, or decisions about BTS's uncertain future? For many, the most haunting part wasn't Taehyung leaving, but JUNGKOOK's reaction. Fans have long known how close the two are: brothers, confidants, and friends who leaned on each other during BTS's toughest days. Seeing JUNGKOOK so visibly shaken sent a powerful message: this wasn't a trivial issue. His expression, his silence, even his tears were signals that something deeply personal had unfolded right before the world's eyes. As hours turned into days, fans were left wrestling with tough questions. Would Taehyung return with an explanation? Would Jungkook say more? Or did this incident mark the beginning of a bigger shift in BTS's dynamics? For a group whose greatest strength has always been unity, even a temporary fracture felt devastating. Taehyung's silence only deepened the wound. No statement, no post, no clarification, just absence. For ARMY, this silence was perhaps the hardest part to endure. Their bond with BTS has always been built on honesty and communication. Now, the gap between what was seen and what was understood felt wider than ever. Every move Jungkook made, every official photo shared, every schedule update from HYB was scrutinized and dissected. Would this moment be remembered as just a temporary shadow? Or was it the beginning of something permanent? But then came the truth. As fan-captured clips spread and speculation reached its peak, more complete footage and reliable sources began to surface. Slowly, it became clear, the heartbreaking narrative of Taehyung storming out and Jungkook crying in despair wasn't reality. It was a story built from fragments taken out of context, magnified by social media's speed, and fueled by the passionate emotions of ARMY who care so deeply for BTS. Official event recordings painted a different picture. The reunion had indeed been filled with joy, laughter, embraces, and celebration. There was no dramatic walkout, no tearful breakdown. Big Hit didn't release a statement because there was nothing to clarify. Their silence wasn't proof of a cover-up, but proof that the incident had been fabricated through misunderstanding and exaggeration. What this entire episode shows is just how powerful digital narratives can be. A single ambiguous screenshot, an emotional reaction, or a cryptic social media post can quickly spiral into a story that feels real, even when it isn't. The image of Jungkook looking distressed and Taehyung leaving was a compelling tale, but it was never the truth. In reality, BTS remains strong and united. The reunion was a true celebration of their bond, a reminder of their resilience after years of challenges. Jungkook's cryptic post wasn't about Taehyung leaving. It was about broader reflections, life, communication, and personal growth. The story that fans attached to it was simply a creation of speculation. For ARMY, this serves as both a painful and important reminder. Their love for BTS runs so deep that they can't help but interpret every look, every gesture, and every post as a hidden message. That passion makes BTS unique, but it also makes the fandom vulnerable to overinterpretation. The truth is far brighter than the rumors suggested. Taehyung hasn't left BTS. Jungkook hasn't broken down in despair. Instead, the 7 members continue to support each other, individually and collectively, preparing for their future with more music, more stories, and more genuine moments with ARMY.